It's Friday the 25th of July, and this is This Week in Tabletop RPG, brought to you by EN World. I was away last week, so here's a summary of the last 2 weeks' news, so maybe a little bit over 3 minutes this week, but I'll do my best. Wizards of the Coast has announced that the upcoming Eberron Forge of the Artificer rulebook is being delayed for several months after warping was discovered on the covers of the published books. The entire original print run of the book is being recalled and reprinted ahead of release, which means the book will now launch in December 2025. Wizards of the Coast also announced the 5 species which will feature in the book: the Changeling, the Kalishtar, the Koravar, the Shifter, and the Warforged. In other D&D news, we have the cover reveals for the Forgotten Realms Heroes of Faerun and Forgotten Realms Adventures in Faerun, featuring characters Minsk and Karlach from the Baldur's Gate 3 video game on the covers. But that's not the only tie-in. Wizards of the Coast is producing another Stranger Things product. Stranger Things, Welcome to the Hellfire Club, is now a boxed product that includes 4 adventures. The box art prominently features Eddie Munson, the D&D-loving head of the Hellfire Club that appeared in Season 4 of Stranger Things. The box set will launch on October 7th, ahead of the Stranger Things final season, which will debut in November. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition lead designer Mike Merle's latest project combines his current and former employers on D&D Beyond. You can now access a digital exclusive product from Chaosium, which brings the Cthulhu Mythos to D&D 5th edition. The supplement is called Cthulhu by Torchlight and includes subclasses, feats, and spells designed for 5th edition. An official Thundercats role-playing game powered by D&D 5e was announced this week at San Diego Comic-Con by Dynamite Entertainment. There's no release date yet, but we'll keep you updated when we hear more. Green Ronin Publishing is making a new edition of Mutants and Masterminds. An Origin playtest edition of the new version will be released in PDF at the end of July, and there'll be a limited print run coming to Gen Con. In industry news, Paizo Inc. today announced the appointment of Christian Moore as its first Chief Growth Officer. In this newly created role, he'll be responsible for driving worldwide revenue growth through his management of the sales, e-commerce, marketing, and licensing teams. In advance of Gen Con 2025, Paizo also announced a partnership with Titanforge and MyMiniFactory to produce STLs and print-on-demand miniatures for Pathfinder and Starfinder. Those will be available for purchase on July 31st. In other industry news, French publisher Studio Agate is taking over the development and creation of 7th Sea from Chaosium. Owners of 7th Sea passed from AEG to Chaosium back in 2019. The ownership status of 7th Sea was not addressed in the press release, and so it appears the deal involves publication rights and not outright ownership of the IP. If you'd like to hear these stories discussed in more detail, you can listen to Morris's unofficial tabletop RPG talk, or you can read all about it at enworld.org. I'm Jessica, and that was This Week in Tabletop RPG.